Good morning, everyone. Lisa Freed here, and welcome to episode 6 of Before My Morning Coffee. If this is your first time tuning in, this is a show I record every morning. Guess when? Before I have my morning coffee. I know, shocking, right? So what can you expect? I have no idea. It's just whatever comes to mind. And today, as I sat in meditation for a few moments before clicking record and going live, today was, you can begin again in any moment. And that is such a beautiful gift. And I am grateful for God's grace in that. For a lot of us, we get hung up in this space of, I have to do something a certain way. I'm going to do it this certain way every single day. And then as soon as we stumble or we falter or we fail, we beat ourselves up. And one, we feel that everybody in the world is going to notice and judge us, when the truth is they're busy living their own lives that they likely won't even notice if you've screwed up or not. And two, they would want others to extend them grace as well, right? And not judgment. So I invite you to remember that you can begin again today. It is February 2nd. So wherever you are in your journey, wherever perhaps you set New Year's resolutions and then they fell by the wayside, perhaps you are on a health journey, whatever it is, you can absolutely begin again today. It's like a fresh start and a clean slate. I want to share with you that throughout the month of January, I was just like, it's just way too easy to have a drink after work. I work for myself. So like after work, who knows when after work is? I work all the time because I love what I do, right? I love being of service in the world and what I do, but it's just too easy. I'd be like, last year, a good friend of mine was living on the East Coast. And so we'd be chatting or whatever, and we'd get into content creation and stuff like that. And we would virtually drink together. And you have a drink, I have a drink, good, right? And it was just way too easy to have drinks. So last month I was like, let's just slow that roll a little bit. And I can't remember the exact number of days that I went without drinking, but I did go 17 in a row without drinking and was thinking about continuing that on, right? And so last night we were playing board games with some friends of ours, and I was like, no, forget it. Like, I'm going to have a drink or two and just, not because I felt pressured to or anything like that. If I sit with it, and I'm really honest with you, it was a hard day yesterday. I went to my friend's dad's funeral, and funerals are hard no matter what. I'm the type of person that really feels other people's energy, especially energy like people holding back tears versus letting them flow. I found as I grow older, I notice that's something that I'm much more sensitive to, and I try and guard against collecting energy like that. And yet it really affects me. And then if I try to hold back those same tears that I am feeling that aren't necessarily even mine, it is exhausting on my body. So I was just feeling spent, and yet wanting to play board games with my dear friends. So I went out with them and thought, I'll have a drink. And I totally used these drinks as a crutch, like as a way to numb the emotion that I was sitting with and still carrying, as a way to just carry me through. And I knew last night when I was going to bed that it was a poor choice, and it might have been a choice that I would have made more freely even just a few short weeks ago. But I made it anyway. So I'm owning the choice that I made. And today I'm starting all over again, limiting the drinks that I have, and strongly considering being a person that may never drink again based on how I feel. Like my joints feel inflamed today. My body feels puffy. My eyes feel dry. My stomach feels unsettled, and I don't feel clear. Now for you, yours could be something entirely different. Maybe you committed to exercising so many days a week and you talked yourself out of it. And now here it is Sunday, the beginning of a new week, and you look back and you're like, fuck, I didn't keep my word to myself. I wasn't impeccable with my word. Okay, well, identify where it is, like where you let yourself off the hook, where it is that you were like, yeah, we'll open the door for this, and made a choice that may have not been for your highest and best self. Don't beat yourself up over it, but just get clear on what the triggers were. Like for me, I know I was wanting to numb what was going on. I didn't want to feel all the emotions in my body. And truth be told, if I would have just sat down for 5 minutes in a quiet space and let myself feel all that I wanted to feel, I would have been feeling better. And I would have made a different choice, right? So just get clear on what it is and know that you can begin again today. It's the 2nd of February. There's still now 28 days remaining in the month of February. Thank you, leap year, for that bonus day, right? So there's your scratch day, no bigs. Start over again. And if you want an accountability partner, find somebody that will hold you, like that you have to share information with or what have you. Like, for example, tomorrow I kick off 100 days of workouts. I have an accountability coach. I have accountability partners. There's 10 of us, I believe, in the group now. Like, we are all accountable. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Like, I'm excited about that. So begin again. Find an accountability partner. Remember why you're doing it. Be clear on that. Remind yourself of why you're doing it every day or multiple times a day. Be kind and loving with yourself. You are human. I am human. We are human. God loves us. What more do we need? Right? So just again, to recap, you can begin again in any moment, and just help yourself, set yourself up for success. Understand why it is that you didn't perform in the way that you thought that you would. Ask, is this goal truly aligned? Ask. Kyle Cease talks about if you've been doing something and it wasn't sustainable, it was because you felt you had to be doing it. You should be doing it. It was a fear-driven goal in the first place. Tap into what your heart wants, your soul wants, what your God wants. Start from there. Build in accountability. Build in celebrations. Build in support. And build up your belief in yourself. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. So much love. If you want to share with me what it is that you're working on, where you're beginning again, or you're wanting some accountability, send me a message. I'm on the Facebook at Lisa Fried Tea. You can check out my business page or send me a personal friend request and a message so I know that you found me on Rebel Hearted. Bye for now, everyone.